Hello, you beautiful people. What's up? Welcome back to more esports talk, guys. Maybe some not so beautiful stories again coming out today, which I will be covering all over today on this channel. But I hope you guys are all having a great, safe weekend out there, and really wishing all of you the best. Today we break down yet again another accusation story. This time around, a COD-caster known as Momo. Thanks to all of you guys who was actually bringing this to my attention over the past week or so as things slowly arise. And of course, we had a lot going on here on the channel. I wanted to make sure things actually escalated to a point where this was unfortunately of note enough to cover. And now with the accusations all out there, and now with, of course, Momo being fired, this is certainly another gigantic story in a realm of sexual harassment and abuse, which is also claims being made against him from the past. But several instances now, guys. If you guys want to see also Tactical Rab having videos on this, now nearly a dozen or around a dozen women coming forward with their variety of either sexual harassment or sexual abuse cases against Momo. And yes, forcing the hand of Activision, which, by the way, a great respect for all of these ladies coming forward, not only for speaking up, but also the fact they took this to Activision first. This is actually brought to light by Carrie. I will link everything you guys need to know down below as well. When she first posted her statement, why she went public, and now others are as well, is because they went to Activision, and guess what? Nothing was done after several days, and that's why we now have several women out there, a dozen of which apparently accounted for in these claims, but 7 of which went to Activision to actually share their stories. And yes, Momo has officially been fired, given all of the drastic nature of everything, guys. Like I said, a variety of sexual harassment claims, a lot of which comes from text messages or some sort of messaging on whatever app it might be, is what Carrie does claim in her post. I'm going to read for you guys the apology by Momo, and then we'll go into further detail. For anyone out there who's wondering, why was he fired? Because based off his apology, you might think, oh, it was just distasteful messages from the past. It seems that might not be the case. And let's understand this, guys. An investigation is underway, and that will probably shed some light on some more things out there. We will wait for that to make full conclusions, but it's not a good look. As Momo stated, effective June 30th, I was released from employment with Activision Blizzard, stating, I'm aware of ongoing activity on social media relating to allegations about my conduct and character and the termination of my contract with Activision Blizzard. To date, I have been unable to respond due to ongoing process, but I am now able to comment. With effect from 30th June 2020, I was released from employment with Activision Blizzard. This decision follows what was described to me as an internal investigation after old messages that I'd sent to female members of the gaming community had been passed to my employer. For confidentiality reasons, the detail of these messages and the recipients were not disclosed, which I fully respect. I cannot therefore respond to the specific allegations and their context. The generic nature of the complaints is that my messages made the recipients feel uncomfortable. To put it bluntly, in my messages, I was trying my luck with women who hadn't invited my attention, and I was being forward when I shouldn't have been. Some of the exchanges contained sexual content from both sides. I did not believe at the time I was making the recipients uncomfortable. Had I known this, I would not have continued conversing in this way. The person I was back then is not the person I am now. I take full ownership for my misjudgments and would stress how sorry I am for my conduct. I'm sorry for my immaturity. I'm sorry for my explicit content or graphic language I used. I'm sorry for any tasteless humor, and I'm sorry to anybody who I've caused offense to or who has suffered in any way as a result of my actions. I hope they read this message and believe these words. And to this, we're seeing a lot of controversial replies out there, as many people think, why would someone be fired for distasteful humor or language or graphic content with females he had those conversations with in the past? Why is this being resurfaced now? It seems these allegations, guys, of sexual abuse, assault included in these claims, is obviously very serious. It warrants an investigation. Activision felt necessary to remove him and ties from them because of how serious and how strenuous, how many accusations there were about this. So let the due process come, guys. Let the investigation come, because I can tell you, based off replies alone of the women, at least some of them who came forward against him, underage females were involved, explicit content was involved as well. And so I am not one to say whether or not he should or should not be fired, whether or not he is or is not guilty. That's what the investigation will do. But for anyone out there saying, oh, it's just simple messages between him and women, it's clearly not. Otherwise, Activision would not have severed ties. At least I would like to think so. There are now a dozen women making claims, some very crazy claims against Momo. If there are going to be investigated, we will see what comes out about this, guys. It continues to be a sad tale of events. I'm not, one here to judge exactly what to think on this case, but it's just another really sucky situation out there about someone that you've seen, you've respected in the scene, you respect their work, and now you got to realize their livelihood is likely on the line because of all of this. What do you guys think? Until next time, I hope you all enjoy, though. Drink that water, drink that coffee. I'm going to be here all day long and prepping some videos for all week long as well. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you guys back here sometime soon.